What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. My mirror might be a little foggy. I had it in my backpack. I forgot. Just took it back out. How are you doing tonight? Are you ready for change? Timing is everything. So look, I just came back from walking around the block. You may have saw me live on Instagram because that's what I was doing. And hold on a second. We want to make sure this is clean for y'all. Hey, there we go. That's better. And I was walking around the block and I was talking about folks not paying attention, which we're going to talk about again tonight because, I spend some Sundays just in the silliness of YouTube on silly videos that mean nothing and just cut up. And tonight I was like, I'm going to do this book. Also, earlier today, we were doing a video and then there was a little accident where a young man basically threw himself on my car. That is what happened. And so if you don't know who I am, if you didn't watch the earlier video, my name is Erica Williams, Classic Climb blog. We talk about investing in businesses, kind of growing yourself, growing your income, getting prepared for what's in the future, and just not being asleep at the wheel. So if you haven't grabbed this book is called The Smartphone Millionaire, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. It's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. You can always get the digital download here in the links on the channel. So, earlier was something else, right? You guys were there. You saw it was something else going on, all right? And a lot of people, earlier I started the show, and I ain't gonna front. I started the show talking about people being faceless on the internet. And you really can't be faceless on the internet anymore because folks will go find you. Okay. And there's more money in not being faceless on the internet. There's more power in telling your story. Now, I was just looking on Edward's channel just briefly, and he had a picture of a girl up there, and he was showing how, look at how she lost all this weight. But see, he didn't know her backstory, right? He just saw pretty pictures. That's what most people do. She was married in Texas, got divorced, lost all this weight, traveled the world, lost 60 pounds, traveled the world. I think 60 or 70 pounds and traveled the world. And a lot of times people want to see the finished product. They just want to see when somebody's winning. They just want to get on the boat when somebody's already, swam up creek. Right now, I can tell you right now, the people who initially answered the first call of investments, those people are golden forever in my eyes, right? And the people who come along now, I'm like, sorry, I'm just going to work with people who are on board because they got in early. Because timing is everything. It just is. Yes, we're double Carolina Panther today. I did this because I was at the airport and saw this shirt. So I went to double Carolina Panthers just to get everybody on everybody's nerves. And the reason for that, me talking about timing is everything and why you have to be active, proactive, is a lot of the times you guys see us traveling, people are like, oh, you're traveling, you're having a great time. They're business trips. Every one of those are business trips. Every time I go to some of those events you guys see me with, I'm partnered with somebody buying a duplex. I'm partnered with somebody buying a real estate deal. Every single time. No lie. That's pretty much what's happening every single time y'all see me travel somewhere. And there's a reason for it. Because I realized by the closer we get to the end of 2019, a lot of the funding, the easy lending is going to be gone. You ever seen that commercial where it says easy money? Yeah. Easy money. It's going to be gone. So I just had to say something that came to our attention, and most people have known about it. Has anybody seen the New York Tenant Law? Has anybody seen the New York Tenant Law? Okay. Let me know. Put a 1 in the comments if you know about the New York Tenant Law. Put a 2 in the comments if you have no clue. Like, what is the New York Tenant Law? If you don't know, it's a great time. Let me know if you know about it. Now, I'm going to share my screen and go over some things while you guys are responding about the tenant law. Let me see what we got here. So again, this is like last call for alcohol. Tuesday, I will be doing a Los Angeles midday mastermind at 11 a.m. to 3:30. We're going to be in there. We're going to be eating lunch. It's a working lunch. You're going to have some nice Jason's Deli. Bring your laptop. Bring your pen and paper. We got that good old whiteboard. We're going to be writing all over it. And we're going to be breaking down the pathway for you to just kick butt for the rest of the year. So it's a small room. It's going to have 10 people. Right now we have 6 tickets sold. So those people are going to get crazy value. People that come later to the Shaquille, I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying you're not going to get value, but you're definitely just doing a meetup, hangout, happy hour. During the day, these people are going to get my full attention because they came early and will have the time. And it's going to be pretty hardcore. So funding, bring their laptop, get down on it. We're going to talk about everything that we can get them through the rest of the year, get them funding, get their business moving, you name it. Okay. So that's that. That's for the Los Angeles midday meetup. I'm trying to get Phoenix on the board, and I'm trying to get Los Angeles on the board. We're looking for the fall. Also, here is the Classy Climb Texas Summer Boat Event. If you haven't heard me talk about it, again, this is the best time for you to come meet Andre Hatchick here, Trump City Buyers. You got Rashana Scott coming. You got Terry Igioma, Miss Stocks Terry. You got a lot of different people coming. This is a party bar. We're going to be on top floor and the bottom floor. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have alcohol and some good finger food and snacks and lots of conversation. It also docks when people get out. And when it docks, it goes to a little coastal side. And you dock and you play off the side of the side. All right. So that is something for y'all. Again, the day before on the 3rd, on Saturday, you'll have the dinner. And on Sunday, you'll have the boat activity. So for those of you who don't know, there's that. Now, let's get on over to New York. Important facts about the New York tenant laws. Okay. New York tenant laws. Be careful. All right. So look. These are 7 things that you need to know about tenant laws, right? These are the most important. And then we'll kind of head up the new stuff. Okay. Is that okay for you guys? Let's do that. All right. So first part, my landlord said he cut off my utilities because I complained about some needed repairs in my apartment. Can he do that? No, it's illegal for a landlord to cut off utilities. All right. You guys can go look that up. I'm not going to read all this. My landlord keeps threatening to kick me out. Does he have legal right to do that? No, it's illegal for a landlord to simply evict a tenant. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen Coming to America, but in Coming to America, like some dude rolled down the stairs and was like, I don't want to hear you don't got money for the rent. Stop that falling out BS, right? So again, you have to have a written lease. The tenant withholds the rent from the landlord, and if the tenant has severely violated the lease, these are conditions that must be met. Okay. 3, my landlord isn't making repairs. Can I pay less rent? This is the #1 thing I see from people. Okay, let me say this one more time. My landlord isn't making repairs. Can I pay less in rent? No, this is not a bargaining chip. Okay, anybody in the comments, have y'all ever heard of this? Put a 3 in the comments if you've ever heard my landlord isn't making repairs, so I'm not gonna pay the full rent, or I'm gonna withhold the rent till they do repairs. Put a 3 in the comments, because so many people have told me this, and I didn't realize it until I started working in apartment management that so many people be like, on the first of the month, they'd be like, well, this don't work in my apartment. That don't work in my apartment. And you go, well, what does that have to do with you paying rent? You still got to pay rent on time. There's nothing in the contract that says, well, I'm not going to pay till you repair. That is not. And I know you guys said, well, in Florida or in this part of the country, there's like one state that does some weird hankiness, but this is something I've heard universally. Exactly. It's illegal and you sign the contract. Okay. So again, of course, the ideal, livable, safe, sanitary conditions are in there. Again, Hood Estates always says clean, safe, functional, right? I don't know, and I'm a New York tenant. All right, so real repairs that need to be done within the property, tenant needs to notify the landlord and ask when the repairs will be done. If it is an emergency, you need to let the landlord know it's an emergency. You cannot, this is called repair and deduct. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Listen, I know New York people think that, oh yeah, listen, some people have repaired their whole freaking apartment. Okay. Their whole bathroom. I know here in Austin, there was a gay couple repaired a whole bathroom, changed the whole layout of the bathroom, and told the landlord afterwards. Don't do that. I strongly suggest you don't do that. Number 4, I asked my landlord for my security deposit, and he said he spent it because he had a legal right to use it to repair the building. Only thing was, it's not even my apartment. Can he do that? No, he cannot do that. I don't know where they get these from, but no, you cannot do that. He has no right to spend that money. That money's in a trust. But guess what? When you leave an apartment, you actually have to make sure that apartment is clean and nice for them to be able to return your deposit. You already know that. Well, we got somebody trolling already. Hold on. Let me get you on out. There you go. You think you want attention. There you go. All right. So next. Okay. Under the new legislation, the security deposit must be returned within 14 days of the end of occupancy. Again, this is the new legislation. But that still means you have to clean that place up. All right, I've been paying $1,000 a month for the past year. My landlord is suddenly asking for an extra $500 a month. Shouldn't he have let me know he was raising the rent? Yes, under the new rent laws in New York, landlords must give tenants 30 days notice if they plan to raise the rent by 5%. Okay? Raising the rent based on improvements to a property will be capped at 2% a year. This is called rent control, y'all. This is a bad thing because what will happen is your landlord may fix the front of the stairs and say, well, that was my 2%, and nothing gets repaired inside the building. Your landlord may paint the whole property and say, well, that was my 2%, and still raise the rent on y'all. You do not want to do that, okay? While landlords have been able to raise the rent as much as 20% in the past when a unit becomes vacant, or remove a unit from rent stabilization when rent crosses a certain threshold, new legislation in New York now prevents landlords from doing that. So let's say you move out. Your landlord, you was dirty. The lady before you was dirty. He done put a new bathroom in there. He done paint it. And now they're telling him he can only raise rent 2%. You know what that landlord's going to do? What do y'all think the landlord's going to do? Somebody put in the comments what y'all think the landlord's going to do if he has to move the first person out. He's going to paint. He's going to resurface the bathtub. He's going to clean up. What do you think he's going to do? I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. He's not going to move nobody in there. Hey, Apple Mac, boom. That was my second answer. Converted to an Airbnb. They just got on a bunch of people in New York who made their stuff into Airbnbs. And also, he's going to leave it vacant. If he can't, so let's say the rent is, let's get a calculator real quick. Let's say the rent is $1,800. Okay, I'm just picking a random number, 1,800, and he wants to raise it 20%. What's 20%? 20% is $360. So $360 plus 1,800 is $2,160. Now, $2,000, $2,160, you're gonna get a different type of tenant. Can I agree? Can y'all agree with me on that? Can I get a 1 on that? If I'm gonna raise the rent $400, that's just 20%. Do you think I'm gonna have a different type of tenant? Anybody, feel free to comment. Let me know. He said 1,800 in New York. That's a horrible spot. I'm just saying, if I raise the rent $400, does that change who rents it? I think one is, there you go, vacant. I stay in an apartment in Jacksonville, Florida. The property manager raised the rent in the middle of the lease. Oh my God, yeah, find an attorney, honey. Vacant, do the minimum. Exactly, they're not gonna, if you're gonna tell him he can only raise the rent $400 a month. See, that used to be the old deal, right? $400 a month times 12 months is he gets an additional almost $5,000 a year. It'd be worth him cleaning up the bathroom, right? But if he is not going to do that, guess what? If he gets 22%, let's go back and do 2%. 1,800 times 2% is $36. Old boy can only move the rent up 2%. Okay, is that crazy or what? So let's say the rent is $3,000. Y'all said that was horrible, so let's move it up. $3,000 times 20% is $600. That's a significant change. Now let's put it back to 2%. That means he can only raise the rent $60. Now, if I were you and I can only raise the rent $60, what do you think I'm gonna do for my tenant's apartment? I would Airbnb or sell the property. That's one. Yep. Long Island has 2,400. Yep. I know someone who's doing that right now. Making repairs and landlord is deducting it cost from the rent. Well, that is illegal. They will get in trouble if they get found out. This won't happen with a rent stabilized apartment. Boom. I always thought rent control was about tenants who were already there. It's supposed to, David Porter, but 9 times out of 10, even if, let's say you're staying in an apartment and it needs to be repaired, and your landlord keeps raising it $60 here, $60 there every year. But how much is he going to repair for $60 extra in a rent? He's going to do bare minimum maintenance to your apartment to the point where you get where it looked like Brooklyn many years ago, where you had all these ran down places because the landlord's like, I'm not putting money in it. I can't raise the rent. Do the bare, they're going to do the bare minimum, y'all. Bare minimum. Funny thing, 1,800 is the norm. Lower class project buildings. Okay, so 1,800 in Texas. Let me show you the difference of what you can get for 1,800. Hold on. I could never live in New York at those prices. I would become a slumlord overnight. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stay focused. Number 6. This is kind of weird, but my landlord enters my apartment from time to time. He doesn't even knock, and it really irks me. But doesn't he technically have a right to enter the property because it's his property? Actually, no. A landlord cannot enter the tenant's property without proper notice. I know a dude who used to creepily open this girl's place. I know a dude who was a pervert. They arrested him in Georgetown. He was Airbnb-ing his place out, and no one knew. He had a camera up in there. Okay. It's illegal. Don't let them do it. All right. I told my landlord that I was going to have my friend move into the apartment. After a month, he is now telling me that I can't have a roommate because it's illegal and that he needs to leave immediately. Is this true? No, a tenant can most definitely house a roommate. But here's the problem. Y'all have to put those people on the lease. Okay, imagine someone living in your place and they got a criminal record. Imagine if somebody's living in your place and they have been touching children. They're a sexual predator. They're a felon. You are getting, this is why they ask you to put people on the lease. And what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. One, no one's going to invest in New York. I'm never ever investing in New York. Anybody with common sense should invest in New York. But let's put it this way. People are going to sell. They're going to sell. The big dogs are going to be fine. The smaller people are going to sell. They're not going to keep trying to invest in a place that's ridiculous. Same thing happened in New Jersey. A lot of people tried to sell out of New Jersey. It was ridiculous. So let me find just to I'm gonna go on, what is this, hotpads.com, because I think that would be a good one. I don't even know if y'all have that for New York. Do y'all have that for New York? Anyway, hotpads.com, and I'm gonna show you. Now, why am I talking about this? Because a lot of people keep waiting. They keep telling me they gonna wait to find a investment. They're gonna wait before they do this or do that. And when people tell me that, I just nod because I know they're not gonna do it. Now, in Austin, Texas, you can find a bunch of $900,000 stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and share this. All homosexuals know how to dodge a landlord. That's so okay. Let me show y'all this one. All right, so this is Pflugerville, Texas. I just picked a simple one. All right, so this is Pflugerville. What can we get for $2,170? We can get a whole house, y'all. Look at that house. 3-bedroom. Look at that yard. It's a corner lot. They have a couple different houses they recent out, and usually these are the model homes, but this is $2,170. Now, what's the size on this? This is a 1,440 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. These are luxury rental homes. Attached garage, cats, dogs allowed. Now, up to 2 cats welcome with $500 deposit, up to 2 dogs welcome. Now, I just showed you this because people are going to say, well, what's the big deal about Texas? This is why people move south. Now, you're going to first thing and say, well, what about jobs, Erica? What about the jobs? Again, people who have, again, this is why I'm putting this course together. What about property taxes? They're around $3,000 in Texas on average, especially for this area. So first thing somebody's going to say, well, what about jobs, Erica? That's why I'm putting that internet course together, because so many times people say, well, Erica, the jobs. Y'all have to stop being dependent completely on you physically having to be there. Remote work is, I mean, I'll tell you this. There's a friend, I go over their house. Their house actually looks similar to this, actually. Mine will actually look a little bit similar to this. This will not be this color. It'll actually be a little bit bigger. They have all these neighbors that are home every day in the whole neighborhood. And first he said he thought he had a neighborhood full of bums. And then he realizes he starts talking neighbor to neighbor to neighbor. People are doing eBay. People are doing Amazon. People are doing different things. And most of it's online. See, what I'm trying to get y'all to see is once you get your foot in the door of the house, it takes a hell of a lot for them to try to foreclose on you. That's why when I see foreclosures, I go, what is going on? Because it takes months and months and months and arm wiggling and twisting to get you out of there. Again, just showing y'all what $2,170 can get you in Pflugerville. Look at that. I love that shower. Okay, let me see what y'all got. $1 million in New York. What about property tax? Jobs all over Texas. Crazy good jobs in Texas. Nice house. Rent hop. Okay, there we go. Thank y'all. I'm gonna use rent hop so I can look at it. Erica S. Who's that? I've been debating moving to Phoenix. Erica, you got your name spelled like my Erica. Who this? Who this person? Okay. What else y'all say? Nice bathroom. Yeah. I mean, the reason I'm showing y'all this is because when people tell me I don't want to own a house, Erica, I don't want the responsibility. I just go, the rights and laws you have in a house compared to an apartment are just different. They just are. Okay, let me go back. And some of y'all said hot pads works for this, works for New York. Let me close this. Close this. Okay. This is 1,850. I know y'all like, that's the hood. Okay, so this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Now this is a townhouse, but it's 1,850. I just sent a two-family in Queens, a good part. It was for sale for $8,950. Good Lord. Okay, so now why am I showing you this? Because many people will say, well, that's Texas, Erica. And why does it matter? Because I live in New York, I don't live in Texas. Now, what we were talking about earlier in the earlier video is that you'll have like 1 million people trying to get into America. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. How many people you think they're gonna put up in this house? I see it all the time. I'll see like 3, 4 cars, 5 cars at a house. Okay, and they're gonna raise the money to stay in this nice place. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I've showed y'all enough Texas places, but let me see. 20 Apple Max 20. All right, we're gonna put New York up here. New York. Is there a particular place in New York I should put, you guys? Any particular place? Name somewhere? New York, New York. I know you got boroughs and all that other good stuff, but just, work with me. Give me something. All right. Ooh, you get a studio for 1,850. You get a 1 bed for, let's look at this. Oh no, it might make me register. Okay, there we go. All right, so 3,050 gets us what, you guys? In New York. In New York. Looks like an apartment and your bed's in the room. That's kind of terrible. Bed in your living room. Holy moly. But I'm in New York. Concrete jungle. Okay, let me stop. All right, but yeah, New York. All right, let's go Bronx. Y'all said Bronx. What are y'all saying? Harlem, Yonkers. Okay. Jamaica. I was in Jamaica, Queens. Those actually had some decent houses. Which God told me the houses were way costly than I thought they were. Jamaica, Queens. Am I spelling it wrong? I must be spelling it absolutely wrong. There it is. Oops, I did. I put Jamaica. Quit it. Jamaica, New York. Is it gonna fix it? Yeah. Okay, Jamaica, New York, Jamaica, Queens. There we go. There we go. All right, better. So this is Jamaica, Queens, New York, I guess, whatever. What's the refinery? I don't even know what that is. Is that something crazy? All right, so this is New York. These are terrible photos, but okay. Absolutely tiny, terrible photos. Okay, so that's your New York. Ooh, let's look at something else. Something with better pictures. What about this? What's this got? Let's look at these pictures. All right. Okay, so this is New York. All right. Okay, that's a blue bathroom. Okay, what are those called? Boilers, heaters? What are those? That carpet though, I'm about to get sick looking at it. Oh, it's like red. It's a red brown. What year did they make that carpet? Anyway, so that was Jamaica, Queens, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,900. So see, there's affordable rent in New York. Look at that affordable rent, you guys. Radiators, that's the word, radiators. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this looks newer. Let's click on this. Stop it, computer. Trying to make me log in. I'm not gonna log in. All right, so this is newer. Okay, look at that. Look at that. New appliances, those little radiator boiler things and the hot thingies on the floor. I've seen those in Durham back in the day. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at him. I see you, sir. Make your money. Nicholas Gutierrez is his name. Okay. Wow. Okay. So then he's got to clean that up and take that out of there. There's stairwell. Okay. There's a bathroom. Okay. It's looking cleaner, looking cleaned up, looking painted and fresh. Okay. Okay. I still don't like those. I feel like that's a fire hazard. I feel like if you have something fall off the side of your bed and get stuck in it, it'll burn up or something. I know y'all probably like, Erica's so country. No, I just don't like those at all. Baseboard heater. What kind of country mess is that? Even in the South where we got 200-year-old houses, we ain't got this shit on this house right here. Anyway, next. All right. So yeah, that's actually decent. This is actually decent. Now, I don't know what the square footage is. Let me look at the square footage. 950. God almighty, my apartment right now is bigger than that. 1,900, y'all. Ooh, it's available. Oh, no pets allowed. That means somebody gonna legally bring their pet anyway. Renovated, spacious 2-bedroom with open stainless kitchen, hot water. Okay. The Q6 bus plus E/J trains, 10 minutes away. Okay. All right. No credit, new credit, low credit. Allow me to help for all your real estate needs. That sounds like he knows somebody can do credit repair. That's all I'm saying. All right. There you go. This listing is $100 cheaper than the current market rate. Now, in Jamaica, it says here, other 2-bedrooms in Jamaica go for $2,000. In New York, they go for $3,276. In Queens, they go for $2,400. La 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 la. Okay. So whoever recommended Jamaica, there you go. Them baseboard heaters are good and efficient, Erica. Yeah, they can stay right up there and be inefficient. Window heaters are the devil. You still make more money in New York. You don't have car payments or insurance. Okay, good luck with that one. Cast iron radiator, small ass kitchen. Oh, refinery 29. Okay. Radiators. Okay. Again, so this is my problem. When people say you're going to make more money in New York, doing what? If you're a receptionist, you're still a receptionist. If you leave out of New York, you will get paid regular receptionist money anywhere outside of New York. I'm not hating. I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, when people try to tell me that they're going to make more money in New York, doctors make money in Texas. Doctors make money in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Nurses make money all over the United States. Everybody that has a skill, electricians, HVAC people, they make money. So this whole, you make more money. Doing what? Tell me what you're doing is all I'm saying. Now, anyways, I bring this up. Why did I bring this up? I'm showing you these because a lot of times people will say, I'm not ready to invest, Erica. I'm not ready to buy rentals. I'm not ready to spend money on things. And I'm just trying to tell you, like, pay attention to what's going on out here. You see these people are coming across this border. You see people are out here, even if we have a recession. If you have skills, it don't matter. And I know y'all like, it does matter. It does. I know. But I'm saying if you have skills that you can take anywhere with you, you don't have to be location dependent. You know what that means? Location dependent when you can't do anything, can't move around. Pro Style 1, congratulations. Enjoy New York. Call us when you retire, okay? When you retire in New York, please call us and let us know how retirement's going. Because it's not. Most people don't retire in New York. Okay, so anyways, you need to have, and this is so important. I love this right here. Things that didn't exist in 2007. You need to have something that you can do wherever you are. That's why when I bring on Terry talking about stocks, that's important. Why I bring on other people showing you how to start online businesses. When I bring on people doing various things, the reason I bring them on is because it's all about timing. It's all about timing, man. You can wait to the last minute, but the opportunities that are existing right now will not exist again. Excuse me for a second. The barrier is so low. That's why I bring on Kamoy. I bring on those people showing you how to get started in things, because if you don't get ahead of it, man, it's just going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I can't deal with rats. Not more than San Francisco. True. San Fran, y'all making crazy money. NYC sucks big times. No attorneys with roommates. Woo, Trav, yes. Yes, Lord, I just can't do that. Okay. There's so much things I want to talk to y'all about, but I had my little paper. I left it in the other room. Crap it. Left it in another room. Hold on. Let me see. I think that's I have my notes in another room. I hate it. Okay. All right. So anyway, a lot of you asked me, where do I get some of this information from? Where I get these topics from? Oh, Erica, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, fine. Listen. Type in for yourself, for your own research, trending U.S. economic news. Okay. Now, why are you typing this in? You're going to type this in so you can see, yes, some of the silly stuff, some of the boring stuff, but also look at this. What's going on with China's economy? It's important. Okay. U.S. economy is in a sweet spot. Now, let's be very clear. The people that are, the reason I keep recommending the book Average is Over, Average is Over book, because people, when it says U.S. economy is in a sweet spot, it means people who make over 80,000 are in a sweet spot. If you make over 80,000 and you have investments, you're straight. Investments that keep paying, because even if you lose that job that's paying 80,000, you got investments. But if you are in some of these lower paying jobs, you're not going to be able to, I keep trying to show y'all, these people's coming. And it's not even the jobs that people have where the wife works a couple hours a week, retail and all these things. I'm telling y'all, JP Morgan, look at this stuff. Don't take my word for it. Do the research. I know every time we get on here, people are questioning me. Now, I brought up a topic earlier, and they were arguing about, and this is a classic trap 101 on another channel, about a man who was in his 50s. He told the girl he didn't want to have children. Listen, when you meet a woman who's in her mid 30s, anywhere from 32 to 39, and this is my big deal about when men say, I'm gonna date younger. Dating younger means you're gonna have kids. That's what it means. And people say, oh, it doesn't matter, Erica. You know, I'm out here living my best life. And so they were going back and forth and arguing and saying, Erica, oh, all these arguments that basically mean nothing. At the end of the day, there's a 50-something-year-old man having to pay child support with a woman that's 36 years old. And this is why managing your economy, your own personal economy, and where you live matters. But the arguments they're having are stupid arguments. The arguments they're having on several channels today is about trust and, oh, what about this and what about that? And I go, pay attention to the economy. Because what's going to happen is a lot of these people who have a woman or these side chicks, and all of a sudden they popping up pregnant. All of a sudden they popping up getting checks, and you tomorrow, oh, where's the love? Listen, folks, pay attention when the economy is not doing well. Every single time, marriage jumped up 25%. Marriage licenses, the year of 2009, where the economy was hitting strong, jumped up 25%. Now, I tell y'all this, and people say, nah, man, MGTOW for life, man. You know what I'm talking about, Erica. And the only reason I dip my toe in these other pages and argue a little bit with them is because I want them to see that you may be talking about all this other stuff that doesn't matter. But if you don't got that economics right, many of y'all are going to see your uncles, your cousins, many people in your family struggle very badly in the next couple years. And who are they going to turn to for help and advice? They're going to relocate. They're going to move south and then still complain about the pay. Man, I don't get paid as much as I got paid in New York. Homeboy, you work in a factory, moving boxes around. How much do you want them to pay you? You want them to pay you New York prices? Stay in New York. Now, I just want y'all to go look at these for yourself. So you can't say Erica's making something up or it ain't real. But that's the only reason I dip my toe over in those other channels. So I can get people to really realize that what y'all talking about is not going to, you're missing the whole forest for the trees. If you ain't talking about numbers, if you're not talking about investing, if you're not talking about somebody building a nest egg for their retirement, what you're talking about is struggle futures. That's what you're talking about. U.S. economic slowdown is temporary, according to this economist. Okay, economist, China's economic growth stalls. Now, many people say, well, Erica, but you're showing us apartments and cost and rent. Yeah. For the next 10 years, I'm telling y'all, people are going to be moving south. So the people who own the properties in the south are going to make good money. That's just is what it is. Because people need somewhere to live. Okay? Now, let me see some of y'all comments in here. Oh my gosh, y'all are going. NYC is too expensive. Can Kamoy bring on people who took her course and got jobs / jobs? I think Kamoy has a hiring agency. She's starting with Sherry. I'm not certain. You need to have a high income to be able to survive in New York. Annette's Worth, what's good? You can go get your nose well. Wait, I'm probably gonna have to because I wrote down on a piece of paper what I was gonna talk about tonight. Oh, I talked about commercial offices. That's what I'm going to talk about. What matters is purchasing power of your money where you live. I'm in Mississippi. I literally pay $120 for a 2-bedroom. As an electrician, I could afford to move, but why? Boom, TJ Jackson. I know a lot of people who are having jobs in IT right now. Moving to Houston is on the first. Excited. Congratulations. Rats ain't that bad. Elementary girl in our class had a pet white rat. She walked around on her shoulder. That's too much, Apple Mac. I encourage people in the north and west to relocate to small town south. I'll pass. I'll stick to fish and dogs. Do you think Delaware is a good market? Good market for what? What about also building a small home and a rental property? It seems like doable throughout Mississippi. Gotcha. Yeah. If everyone moves south, won't it drive down wages, especially with immigration too? No, Jay. That's just it. The South has basically more space. Like if you look at there's 10 million people in North Carolina, right? North Carolina has been like number 1 and number 3 for relocation states for 10 years. And you still have a ton of space for people to move. Same in South Carolina, same in Georgia. People think it'll drive up. Driving down wages doesn't really exist, right? It's a fabrication of their mind, right? People think, well, if there's so many people here that will work a job for really cheap, that's what drives down wages. No, that's not what drives down wages. What drives down wages is people not buying, right? Let's say you're making cars left and right at a factory, and people just start buying cars. You are either going to do one or two things. You're going to cut hours of workers or fire workers, because employees are your most expensive business obligation. Or you're going to do what? Pay them less, right? You're going to say, well, we can hire 10 guys for $9 an hour, or we can hire 50 guys for $17 an hour, right? It's just based off sales and the economy, right? Same thing happens in the butcher. If you're in North Carolina or you know anybody from Virginia, they do a lot of meat processing. And the meat processors used to make $25-$30 an hour. Well, nobody really wanted to be a meat processor in the 1990s or 2000s. So who would move into those jobs? Hispanics, blacks, felons that just got out of jail. So they paid them less because one, meat processing got cheaper. Meat was cheaper at the store. And so you didn't have to pay workers as much. It wasn't like a butcher you needed on every corner, right? So it's a high skill. You had a lot of machinery doing a lot of the jobs. So if that answers your question, Jay. I heard an analyst on CBC the other day said they might be another government shutdown this year. Oh, Courtney, I believe it. And if people didn't learn from the last one, shame on them. All right. To buy a rental with FHA, it could be. Or if you plan on living there in Delaware, it's up to you. Erica, what do you think it means when the stock market and gold prices are going up at the same time when they traditionally have inverse relationship? One of them is fake. I'll just say that, Apple Mac. One of them is having a fake out. Yeah, that's what that means. Hit the like button, y'all. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Now, somebody asked me, and I was talking to a client earlier, and I was trying to get them, an office space. Now, most people said, now what's going on, Erica? These offices should be cheaper. But what I was trying to get them to see, let me see if I can pull it up, is a portfolio. And this is why office space is not cheaper. I'm going to pull it up. Portfolio, commercial portfolio. Dang it. Right? Because a lot of people, I saw this guy who basically, let me see if I can pull it up. Talking about commercial space being in a little, because a lot of times people say, well, Erica, if I see all these empty offices and all these empty buildings, these office spaces should be cheaper. They should give me a discount. Chemo sell me, but they shouldn't, because here's what happens. If you have it in a portfolio and they lower the rent on the commercial space, you think, hey, all good. You got all these empty spaces, lower the rent. No, this is what they will do. They'll rather give you the concession of a free 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months free rent than lower the rents. Because if they do, what it looks like is instead of having these high cap rates, they have lower cap rates. And then their investors are mad. So when I worked in apartment management, every year we had to raise rent, even if it was just $5. Because if you didn't raise rents, it looked like the company wasn't having positive growth. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the comments if you understand what I'm talking about with commercial space, not lowering the rents. Let's just make sure we're all on the same, make sure we all get what we're talking about here. But essentially, let me see if I can show you. Okay, let me see if I pull it up. Because the key to any economy is you don't want people in their house with a house office. You want them out into the economy getting office space. Now, what you'll see when we go on, let me go here. Let me pull it up if I can. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Now, why am I bringing this up? Okay, I have too many windows open. Let me just start sharing. Okay, so I can't make everything perfect. So let me just go ahead and start sharing. Okay. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because when I was trying to work with the client, I was trying to get them to see, they were so frustrated. They're like, Erica, I want this office, but I don't want to pay $1,700 for it. And I said, well, let's negotiate with them to get you 3 to 5 months free. Now, in his mind, he thought, I don't understand why I would want 3 to 5 months. Why would they even give me 3 to 5 months free? That seems stupid. Well, we initially end up getting them to give him 6 months free. So he gets to move in, set it up, organize, get everything rolling. 6 months up front free. Now, why is that important? Because they still get to say they charged $2,700 for this building. They still get to show that their numbers didn't change. But these are concessions, okay? Does that make sense? I'll read over some of what y'all said. Exactly, Ray. Most people won't move. That's very true. Manipulation, market is fake, goals, real money currency. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it's peak. Each marketplace is different. And I'll show you the Forbes boom list, Jay, in a second. Appliance warehouse. Okay, congratulations. Oh, yes, I worked for Sears as an appliance tech. Very good skill. TJ Jackson, did you know Sears purchased over 250 appliance repair companies across the whole United States? That's why when people are like, Sears went bankrupt, technically Sears didn't. Technically, Sears owns a bunch of companies. Okay. All right. So the commercial real estate bubble. So again, if it'll show. Now they have these conferences that I used to go to, and what you see over here, view as one page. I want to view it as one page. They used to have these conferences where they talk about the West Coast. So this is the annual conference, West, and then they would have one talking about the East Coast, talking about, real estate, the trends, what's going on in the apartments. They're pretty good. If you ever get a chance to actually go to one, do so. It's worth it. Will it let me do it or no? What a jerk. It won't let me do it. I guess I have to do the slideshow. Hold on, let me try one more time. I guess they don't want to play along today. Guess we have to start the slideshow. What a crapper. All right, slideshow. Okay, not yet. Naturally, earnings are growing, right? Don't listen to that. I'm just going to say that. All right. Again, I'm not going to read all these to you, but I want you to go check them out, what they're saying. It's almost like everybody's like, oh, no, it's not yet. Not yet. Oh, no, not yet. Now, listen, let's be honest. How many of you drive around your towns and you see empty commercial buildings? And I'm gonna show you a little chart. Now this is corporate equities. Okay, so look at that. Look at that chart. Billions of dollars, y'all. Hold on, let me see if I find a different one. This is kind of funny. Mommy, look at the mall. The mall is the bubble, of course. This is housing bubble. So if you get the joke. Okay. This is commercial property price. Now, this is what I was talking about. The landlord doesn't want to lower the price. They just want to show that, oh, no, we're still in the positive. But look at that. That's ridiculous. Now, what I told you, and I remember talking to a couple, they're very, very smart. They went into a smaller town. They bought up all the Front Street properties. This is the same thing that happened to Asheville back in the 80s when it was a ghost town. They bought them all up. And you know what they started doing? Hey, I'll rent you this place for 2 years at $100 a month, $200 a month. And then in year 3, 4, and 5, I'll rent it to you for $500 a month. Now, people would say, that's dumb, Erica. Why would they do that? Because they wanted every single building full. They want to revive the downtown. And that's how you do it. You make these really crazy rent concessions and you fill them up. So now the main street's full of people shopping. All your businesses look like they have businesses in them. There's no empty buildings. And then in a couple of years, you all hit them all over the head and charge them a ton of money, right? Because by then, the 5 years, 6 years, the downtown is completely revitalized. I've seen a lot of people do this in multiple cities where they'll charge this really silly low rent just to get people in there. Then, boom, 5 years later, the downtown's vibing. This is the reverse. Instead of them saying, a lot of these buildings are empty, let's just take people. They're going, well, we'll just hold it. Somebody will pay this rent, and that's not true. Hence, you have this and no curve back, which we're overdue for a curve back. Okay, does that make sense? Let me see. You can look at this on your own. See if this one's up here. Oh, I know. It's basically whenever you see a bunch of people trying to sell, run. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. There was somebody who sold 10,000 units in Detroit. Let me see if I can find it. This is commercial real estate loans at banks. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, let me see if I can pull it up where these people sold in Detroit. Now, I'm educating y'all on this because a lot of times people say, well, Erica, show me the data. Show me the data. I'm trying to show you the data. Some of y'all don't believe, and that's okay. Because that just means if somebody's trying to sell you 10,000 units and get out of that market, you should be paying attention. Let me see if I pull up. Asia might have it on her other page. Let me see if she got it still. Let's see. Okay, possibly. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's look at Asia's page here. She might have it. Okay. Now, you guys can't hear this right now, but back in the day, Asia told people to buy over here in this area. And people said, oh, no. They built 100 houses over here now. So, again, I always ask people who live in that area what they think of an area. It's important. Nope, she don't have it up here. She might have it on the other page. This is hilarious. Now, why do I say this is hilarious? If you're in a small town, your town would buy this and have the. Is the screen blurry? Oh, I'm so sorry. Probably because I'm moving so fast. I'll click it off. Okay, let me see. I'll come back to that. All right, so Forecast. Big demand for downtown Detroit. Is it clear now? Let me know. Put a 1 in the comments if it's clear now. If it's not, just tell me it's not. Neighborhoods within the greater Detroit area expect to see a demand for 10,000 new rental units during the next 5 years. According to who? Now listen to the areas. Corktown, Downtown, Rivertown, Lafayette Park, Eastern Market, Midtown, Woodbridge, Techtown, and New Center. Why is that? People are like clear as day. Okay, thank you. And their need is the market for affordable housing. Let's make that very clear. Affordable housing. Okay, mixed use tenants. Now, this is Detroit. Someone's charged for an 862 square foot unit. They're charging $1,700 a month rent. Who is that for? That's for tech people. For tech people. Especially when you go outside there and get a whole house for $900. Come on now. Okay. Again, you're going to start seeing downtowns only have certain people. Again. Again, as you say, if you leave the city, by the time you try to come back, you're not going to afford to come back. You see. Detroit's most expensive rental shocks at $10,000 a month. Of course, who's living down there at $10,000 a month? Come on now. It comes fully furnished with a private freight elevator, a fireplace, spiral door, commercial kitchen, a gym and a spa, a fully stocked bar. I mean, this is only for executives who come visit the town. Okay. Let's see. I had another one for you guys, but let me see. Let me see if I can pull up LoopNet. I love my LoopNet. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right. You guys know LoopNet in my favorite. I'm in your real estate investing got in your last truck. Thank you, CNN. Smooth to smooth. Thank you for the dollar. All right. So let's look at. We were talking about commercial space. Let's see if I can find some. Blue Rail for sale. Ooh, they're crazy. Ain't paying that much. Assistant living. It's a big assistant living here, y'all. If I could explain it to you, it's really big assistant living here because. Oh, you can't see my screen. Hold on. That no wonder. Y'all can't even see my screen. Why didn't y'all tell me y'all couldn't see my screen? Okay. All right. So assistant living is very big here because they have a whole city called Sun City. And we will also look at the Sun Cities where they have a lot of elderly folks, right? And eventually a lot of those elderly folks just can't even live independent, so then they move further out. But the whole neighborhood, the whole town is called Sun City. Okay, again, you see these Walgreens. These are commercial buys. A kidney dialysis center. Okay. Now let's go. Let's put some property types. Let's go industrial. All right, industrial building. That's not really good. That's not a good one. Let me go retail. Retail. You know, I should have not picked Pflugerville. That might have helped. Let's see what their multifamily look like. None, because you know that's Texas. Let's do Round Rock. Round Rock might give us some better stuff. Dang, no multifamily. Okay, let's just do industrial because there ain't gonna be no multifamily in Austin and Texas. All right, so you got here, you got a $1 million building. Look at this, building these buildings everywhere, selling them for. Let's see how much they're selling for. And so this is what somebody does: is they come build industrial condo units, and then they'll break them down, and you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can buy how many ever you want, but guess how much they're selling for? $150,000 or $278,000. Now, who would this be good for? Now, unit size. This one looks like the only one left. No, they've got some more left. 800 square feet office, basically. Price is $154,000. Now, let's do the math on that. These are commercial. You're talking about a 10-year, maybe you might be able to get more than a 10-year. Let's do here. 154,000 divided by 10 years. That's 15 grand a year. Divide that by 12 months. That means you need to rent that place for no less than $1,280. Okay. Now, the conundrum is, can you get a space for that now instead of paying for a whole building? All right. Let me go back and find another one. Let's go find it. Most of these cap rates are BS. I'll just tell you all that. Now, why are they building all these? They're building all these because Apple's coming, of course. They won't give me North Austin, which is going to piss me off. Let's see. Let's see if it'll give it to me. All right, so investment opportunity, flex space, okay. Holy crap, that's ridiculous. This is the super shuttle area. They sell them for $7 million. There's another building off the highway. This is a big part of the highway, okay? Like, oh my God, couch potatoes, they're selling that? Y'all, I know that building. I bought my furniture out of there. Okay, investment or owner use, selling for $2.3 million. The only problem is the getting over here and the parking. Unless you're going to keep couch potatoes as your owner, getting over there at the parking. Currently a furniture warehouse, 57 parking spaces. Yeah, do not disturb tenant. It's funny. That's crazy. So that's right off the highway in Austin. That's a shock they're selling that, but they'll never put anybody else there. I mean, that's the best they're going to do is having couch potato there, honestly. Fitzgerald, Onion Creek medical offices. All these are offices. $1 million. They're smoking crack. But they better get out of here with that. It's so funny when you know the area. You're like, psh. All right, let's go to Dallas. Dallas might be easier for me to be more objective. They haven't even officially broke ground yet, but Apple's employees are already here working at a particular location, trying to figure it out. I don't know exactly where. So, you know, Dallas has a ton of commercial space for sale. Let's see if they have any multifamily. That's going to be completely overpriced, but let's just look at it for the purpose of this conversation. Of course, this place has been sold before and before and before. They're smoking crack, y'all. 12 units for $1 million. Smoke and crack. Ain't no way. Now, this is over by the Bishop's Art Center. Your cap rate 7%. It's a type A. Goodness. It ain't worth it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Their average rent is $3,500, but even so, their pro forma says they only make $100,000 a year, and then their net operating income is $74,000. So technically, you're dropping $1 million. You're gonna be paying at least $5,000 a month in mortgage, and if you make $74,000 at the end of the day, whew, that's right on the line. So this is Bishop Art Center, and this is how far they got you down here. Ooh, bless them. Bless them, Lord. All that area is getting regentrified anyway, though. So they know what they're doing. But when somebody don't want to see all this, I don't like that whole window and the fence, and looks like break-in city to me. All that area has been gentrified. So let's go back. Okay, what's the next one? Dallas is always over freaking priced. Let's see what's another one. Oh, they see these are all new builds they're selling. That's interesting. They're trying to get out of that. All right, so this is an old building that keeps getting resold 5 bajillion times and repainted. They're a 41-unit apartment building offered at $5 million with a cap rate of 6%. Ooh, y'all, this is a C-class building. They really are trying to milk the money out of you. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Average rent, of course they're saying negotiate. I won't tell you how much, but if you only got 8 2-bedrooms and the rest are 1-bedrooms, ooh, y'all know, what does that mean? If all of them are 1-bedrooms, what's gonna happen? People can't have roommates. Young people can't live there. People with little families can't live there. It's too little. It's not big enough. Let me see what y'all talking about here. Rent is getting so high in Los Angeles, it's Detroit or bust. There's a trucking group. The trucking group's already technically closed. Not doing any more group investments with the trucks at the moment. Any advice for somebody interested in buying a ranch or farm? I don't know. What advice are you looking for? For those who can go into real estate, store some of your extra money into precious metal, gold, silver. Okay, yeah, you can. Erica's Apple or Microsoft coming to Austin, and Apples are already coming here. Pro style, definitely closer to the 750. Yeah, Apple's building $1 billion campus in Austin. Yeah, that's ridiculously overpriced. But this is Dallas, and a lot of these people buy these, keep them for a few years, and then turn around and resell them, paint them, resell them. Same buildings over and over. It's so weird. That place got cleaned up? Wow, I remember this one being for sale a while ago. Look at it, cleaned up now. It's fancy now. They got blue doors, and it's painted. Look at those for rent signs, though. That's what it used to look like. White, basic. Very, look at that. You see what it looked like, y'all. With the air units. But they cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, a little bit of cleanup there. Get you some, what do you call that? Linoleum, what's the word I'm looking for? Vinyl flooring. Clean your countertops up. Paint, yeah. Okay, I see what you did here. You did some cleanup. Okay. Anyway, but it's only 9 units, so that's interesting. Okay, so the reason I showed y'all some of those and why I'm showing you solar prices because they're just who's paying that other than investment groups? Not a single owner. It's just not. It's not. Laminate. Oh, okay, linoleum, vinyl carpet. That's a good word. All those are good words. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, goodness. Why did it pull up New Jersey? Oh, my gosh. So I was trying to pull up Craigslist, but it pulled up Central New Jersey. I don't even know why it did that. Was I talking about Central New Jersey? Look at Skynet trying to change our computer. All right, so let me show you. It'll pull it up. Take me out of Central New Jersey, please. Let's go back to Craigslist. Okay. Why does it have me in New Jersey? I have no clue. Was I looking up something? All right, let me look up Austin. Austin, Texas. And we're going to look up commercial space. Now, reason I brought that up about the prices of commercial places, because in our economy, we want people not to be in their garage, not to be in their apartment, but, Devin Dollop, 5 to 10 miles isn't enough. You need to go 45 miles out to invest in near Austin. Just being honest. I hear Amazon is going to Birmingham, Alabama. Also, I'm sure they'll be looking for commercial space. Oh, for sure. And they'll find it. So this is Austin. You see, they keep trying to have all these buildings up here in Craigslist. Look at this. Single office near BK's for $475. $575. Now, the reason I'm showing this is because a lot of people say, well, Eric, I just can't find any cheap office space. There's none. Every city, no matter the city, has some cheap office space. Because what happens is when you want to hire employees, you can't because you're at your house. I need one with numbers on them. Yeah, here you go. All right. You just need a single office. You're a dentist or it's 160 square feet, $500. Healthcare practitioners. Again, good for acupuncturists, chiropractor, massage therapist, psychologist, physical therapist. Now, why is this important? If you can get this $510 a month and you are a massage therapist and every client pays you $100 or something when they come visit you, how many clients do you need a month? Every client's paying you $100. How many clients do you need a month? And I'm just giving a very frank number, but if you're a massage therapist and every client's paying you $100 a month, $100 per session, you need, let's say you just have 20 clients that are solid. That gives you $2,000 a month. Your rent's over here $510 a month. That leaves you $1,500 to live. Now that's on the low end, of course. Someone who's a good massage therapist and can keep marketing themselves or have specials, they will definitely have more money. Definitely have more money. But the reason why is, if not, they have to be what? A mobile massage person. They have to find you, right? They have to go to your house. They have to drive around. Again, that's a cheap office price. I'll find another office to give you an example. Okay, so this is a whole private office suite, 1,000 square feet for 1,200. Now, 1,200 times 12 is, let's make sure I do my math right. I don't want y'all to be like, she did her math wrong. Times 12 months is $15,000. Now, maybe people are going to say, well, Erica, everybody ain't got $15,000. No. If you have a credit card, most likely with your business, you would have that, right? Now, you have your office paid for. You got a bathroom in there. You got this, you got the front part, little front area. You got a little, that's weird, coffee spot, and then some more space. That needs to be repaired for a day. Rent it to anybody. But anyway, it's a whole suite. It's important that you have a whole suite, right? Because then you can have staff. You can have people working for you. You have clients come in. Okay? I mean, it's just, I'm telling you, that's super cheap. Now, some people say, well, Erica, I could save money and be at my house. You can't grow that way. And when the economy gets the way it gets, you'll be able to find people to work for $10 an hour. Now, I'm not saying you should be hiring people for $10 an hour, but I'm just saying if you want the opportunity to. Look at this. This is prime example. Those new, when they build a whole new spot. Now, they're renting these out for what, $1,650? Okay. You got the front part office, nice the part. There you go. Back, bathroom, garage. All right, mechanics. This can be a small shipping office. I've seen people ship supplements out of stuff like this, eBay products. Look how tall this is. All kind of stuff. Shelving. Boom. No triple net. Anyway, so the reason I was showing you this is because a lot of people, this is important. This is important because they want you out of your house. They want you to go. Any economy wants you out of your house, because when you start getting an office, you start hiring people, it helps grow the economy, right? And keeps all these offices full. You can see how much office space. There's just a ton of it open. This is off of La Baca. Now, this is a 70 square feet. That sounds ridiculous, but somebody's going to pay it. They're getting like a small office. I think it's more than 70 square feet. That's so stupid. But that's what they put for that. Get your attention. Like this place got bought and they cleaned it up, and painted it white. It used to be brown, but it has a weird parking lot. It's going to be hard to put somebody in there. Look how many spaces they have open. 2,000, 3,000, 1,100. They got to drop those prices. They got to drop those prices. This is in Austin. But this is just, I'm just trying to get you to see, like, a lot of these places, that price is so high because if they drop the price, it changes the portfolio. But a lot of it will open up because they need that money. See, prime example, look at this. Nice, clean, new place. Okay, limestone, back doors, drop off deliveries, pick deliveries up. Huge, clean spaces. Look at that whole big old office. Listen, the average business, small business, there's 24 million small businesses out of 28 million businesses in America. If you're a small guy or girl, let's say you have a small office, you can have an office here, get out of your house, driving your family crazy, bathroom, big old warehouse space, shipping stuff for your website. But that's just it, Lily Sales. 1,650 is no money. If you have a credit card that has 20K on it, right? And then another credit card 20K. Common sense would say take the one credit card, use that 20K for marketing, take the other one, pay your office rent for the whole year. And then the other money outside that, you'd hire staff. That's why when people try to tell me they got these real reseller businesses or eBay businesses, again, unless you got space, you can never really grow. And again, Grant Cardone's book, If You're Not First, You're Last, the people that are going to make it in the next recession, people that are going to grow. Right now, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get those commercials, or I gotta do something to really, really pop it. YouTube's got to make me a meal, or it's gonna, you know what I mean? It's just the sea of how it works. Okay, but anyway, let me get out of here. Wow, Lockhart. Look at Lockhart. Okay, so Lockhart is way out there. Some little guy's making some money off this because Lockhart is way out there. Oh, Apple Mac, I don't believe it. No. What do you think of Grant Cardone's method of always buying bigger rental units? I don't, because so many apartments have 20, 30, 40% vacancy. It happens. Okay, so this is in Lockhart, y'all. But if you can get imagine, Lockhart's way out there. For them to charge $1,100, oh, this must be some outside investor. Because, oh my God, they didn't even finish. They just foamed the place. Okay, so they foamed it. Putting some stuff up, but not a ton. Yeah, Lockhart, that frame cost $10,000. And it's that frame, I'm telling you, I know how much steel buildings cost. The frame is $10,000. That foam is cheaper than you think it is. Whoever put this together, they are trying to get paid big out of a small area. Nah, the guy who has 20 single family homes is still going to kick butt. He just is. The guy who has 20 single family homes is still going to kick butt. And some of these apartments are going to lose money some month. He's going for the numbers game, right? And it all depends. Like somebody was like, "Oh man, you should get more and more trucks." But I was like, if you do the math on it, see if I can pull up those Kenyon brothers. Kenyon brothers. I think it'll pull it up. Maybe. Yeah, 4 Kenyons in selling and trucking. Once you start changing the size, you have to start changing the scope of the business. Like, oops. Oh no. What did it do? Oh, I needed to cut off. Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Okay. When you start, I want y'all to go look at this. They're based out of Dallas, Texas. Okay. And the reason I went into trucking is because I was talking about I didn't see a lot of brown people owning, right? Okay. Go watch this video. And I'll share it again. It's not going totally viral, but it's getting big. They've been living in the United States for 20 years. In 2014, they came together to form Seagate Holdings, a freight company based in Dallas, Texas. Their goal is to become the largest African-owned freight company in the United States. Now, you hear me? African-owned, not Black American, African-owned in the United States. Again, read these comments. Okay? Read these comments and go watch this video. Exactly. They have 3 to 4 divisions of their company. Boom. When you keep growing and you keep buying things, you have to start breaking off parts of your company. Same thing with Grant Cardone. If you notice, Grant Cardone is partnering left and right with Frank Kerr, other people, the 10X ambassadors, the 10X coaches, all these people he's partnering with because he's trying to save himself from building this giant thing that requires all this staff, requires all this. He's trying to stay lean, but you can only stay so lean when you start buying all these things. So I'm not going to play this video because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but you guys go watch this video. Operations. You just have to start breaking the company up in multiple parts. When you start owning 10, 20 trucks and you're just trying to do the passive income thing, look at that lady in there working. Look at her. Okay. We fail to realize that they don't pay taxes for up to 5 years. It depends. It depends on the country. It depends on the visa, because there is a business visa where if you pay $250,000, and you actually can hire 5 people, you can hire them actually from your family. You do pay a lot. Trust me, you pay a lot more than you think. That is a old wives' tale that they don't pay taxes for 5 years. I'll just say that, because they do actually. When it comes to business visas and different things, you're gonna pay taxes. Trust. They still pay tax. They still get gas. They still pay all kind of tax. I know y'all love these immigrants come here and don't pay no taxes. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, there's a business visa. Go check it out. I've worked for people who've had to pay to get these visas. That's sitting. And then here's the funny thing. This is how you know people aren't in business. This is how you know people aren't in business. And I'm not knocking you. When people say, well, they don't pay taxes for 5 years, Erica, this is false. It just is. Okay. 2, on top of it being false, when you get big taxes, $40,000, $100,000, $50,000 from the IRS, you can, as a business owner, spread it out for 3 years. So now let's say their taxes were, let me pull it up. Thank you. I know. People just, okay, let's say their taxes were $50,000, right? We're just going to do a big number. Divided by 3 years. That's 16 grand a year. Now divide that by 12 months. That's $1,380 a month in taxes. On top of still buying groceries, on top of still living in a house, on top of still doing things. So even if you're sitting here saying they don't pay taxes, which is not true. Most people get a delayed tax structure plan. Most people who buy those business visas, they pay $250,000 for that business visa. So again, you got $250,000? Let me know. Again, I'm just saying, I know most YouTubers that make about $100,000 off YouTube, they're going to pay about $25,000, $20,000 to $25,000 in taxes, which they can spread out over 3 years. So let's do that. $25,000 spread by 3 years. That's $8,000 a year. Divide that by 12 months. That's $694 a month. That's no money. And I know people like, Erica, you're just talking big, but I'm saying if you're a person making $100,000 a year, $694 should not break your ankles. If it is breaking your ankles, your budget is fucked up. And that's just plain and simple. Your budget's terrible. Your budget's terrible. All right. Birmingham is one of the most dangerous cities in America. Will likely need to live in the suburbs. So again, Birmingham gets a bad rep because of downtown, but most people live in Hoover, Vestavia Hills. They don't live down there in the shacks. They don't live on 5th and 2nd Street. They car ain't getting broken into at the mall. That's in very small areas. 48 hours got people thinking certain areas are just the danger zone. Again, Chicago is just one of the many violent cities in America. New Orleans, other places. Again, you got to think about the amount of population there versus the crime. So you may see it on 48 hours, whatever that show is, 48 hours later or whatever you call it, but it's not that violent. I hate to say it. It's just the amount of people that live there. And if also what you don't know about Chicago, Birmingham is the biggest city in the whole United States. Go look it up. Go Google it. And the only reason why is because they keep expanding. They're annexing all these little nowhere places around Birmingham. And so that makes Birmingham actually the largest city in the United States, but only because they started annexing everything around it. So when you start saying there's a dangerous place in the United States, it's because they've annexed all these little territories. So again, okay, let me see. Apple, oh, thank you, Rhonda, for $20 super chat. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Okay. The we tax thing don't pertain to them because they were all truckers years before they came together and started their company. Thank you, Apple Mac. It's like feudalism. You start carving out provinces and fiefdoms out of the larger territory you get. LOL, nothing's changed. The EB-5 visa program, I think, is $500,000 to invest or a franchise and hire 5 to 10 employees. The owner of the Nets from Russia used it to build his arena a few years ago. Bingo. It used to be $250. It may have gotten higher. But okay, so why is that so important? Because many people used it for what? The hotel industry. Many of the Indian families got a franchise, got a loan for the hotel. Sometimes these hotels be in the middle of nowhere. They would bring over family members, and people start saying, well, they got these free loans. No, they didn't. Do you want your family and siblings to live in a hotel with you and work? Let me know. It may be your thing, but most people do not want to do that. Hence, that's why the takeover. UBA area yes. Hoover, Shelby County. Yeah, hold on. Why you got to talk about New Orleans? I'm sorry, I just had to. Beham has refreshed area. Like New Orleans right now, ain't nobody care that it's like gets this bad reputation because New Orleans is having what? The Essence Festival. New Orleans, best thing New Orleans ever did for itself is keep throwing these big old events. The Jazz Festival, Essence, these big conferences, the marijuana conference, all these conferences they keep inviting to the city. It's the best thing it can do for it because tourism is what it was before and what it will continue to be unless they get some other economic engine. The year they won the Super Bowl where Brett Favre messed up, I thought that thing was rigged for real. I was like, they need this money. They need this money. Ain't no way. But yeah, go check out this video because I think it's important for y'all to listen because a lot of people are like, well, Erica, you could just keep buying trucks and inviting more people and more people. I'm like, the bigger you make these structures, the more staff I have to hire. I'm already having to pay my accountant more because they're going to have to take over on bookkeeping, on my other little businesses I have. People don't understand. These things are a monster. It requires multiple legs and multiple staff members to run. Okay, let me see what else y'all said in here. Oh. Awesome point about the hotels. Thank you, Changing Lives. I'm an immigrant and got tired of people saying I don't pay taxes. I even clean asses to get where I am. Thank you, see. Listen, people love telling that lie. It's you know what it is? People love telling you that Asians and Vietnamese and Chinese and Koreans, they don't pay no taxes when they get here. When they don't realize, a lot of people, what they do is they leave for 3 months out of the year, which is a way to kind of sham the taxes. They leave for 90 days and go home. So technically they're not fully in the United States for a year. And that's where that rumor came from. But what's funny about that is people are so, it's just a way to figure out, well, why are they winning and I'm not? That's just all it is. When you start hearing all these things like, oh, they doing this, they doing that, it's a way to try to explain why things aren't working in your favor. And you don't have to do that, y'all. There's no need for that. There's tons of room out here for everybody to win. All right. New Orleans has a refreshed airport. Okay, thank you. Good to know. Honestly, it's not the easiest thing in the world to get your whole family to buy in and work in Dunkin' Donuts either. There you go. Thank you for this great information. Thank you. You cannot grow on your own. It's imperative that you have a stellar team to be successful. Thank you. See, the thing, what people don't learn is they think, oh, you could just keep adding more money, adding more loans. It becomes a system of you have to level off. I don't know what the correct word is, but you have to kind of level off on your investments or you will become over leveraged. Louisiana has one of the worst education. Oh, yeah, one of the worst. The oil industry pays no taxes. Yeah, the oil industry corruption in Louisiana is actually one of the most corrupt places in the United States. It did win that award. That happened many years ago. That happened in the 1920s, 1930s. And they just found a little way to go, well, they're 5 miles off the coast. And ever since then, Louisiana sank itself, honestly. When it tried to when it did that little sham with the oil, I mean, Louisiana could have been Hawaii. Louisiana could have been one of the richest places in the whole United States if they had not let the oil people convince them in the 1920s through basically bribery and corruption to not tax them. They could have been one of the richest places in the United States, but that's ancient history. Ancient history. Okay, what time is it? How long have I been here, you guys? What is the time on the clock? I don't want to keep y'all too late. I know it's already late. I'm sorry. I just was trying to give you some good information, and I want this channel to be educational. So oh, 83 minutes. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This has been too long. Let me wrap this up. Let me see if there's one other thing I want to show y'all. Oh no, I might not have it. Yeah, it is midnight on the East Coast. I can't find it. Dang it. Okay, well, I thought I had one more thing, but I guess not. Not tonight. You guys won't have it tonight. I guess not. Anyway, all right. So look, I'll just wrap it up then. and do another one tomorrow. I will finish the internet course as soon as I can. I've just been putting a ton of things in there, just a ton, just like throwing it in there. But I just was really trying to get you. Yes, I'm going to be in LA on the 9th. I'm going to have a mastermind event in the midday, and then there's going to be a happy hour at Shaquille's later, but it won't be as intensive as the mastermind. It just won't be. But I just want you guys to pay attention to the trends. We have 6 more months, y'all. There's 6 more months in this year. And a lot of you, what I'm going to be hearing in January is, Eric, I'm starting fresh this year. I'm finally going to start that business. Like, do it now. Do it now. Get ahead of the curve. Get those LLCs now. Do it now. Don't delay. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to stress it to you, but again, don't be reactionary. Do it before things change. Get those loans, get those businesses going before the laws all of a sudden are different and you can't do anything. Now, yeah, plant the seeds. But yeah, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this, and this is going to be it. Because people were always like, well, how much are the trucks making? And again, I talked about this. I invited people, and then they decided, oh, I just don't know, Eric, I don't know. Again, these are weeks. Okay. Oops, where's it at? Can I do it? Yeah, here it is. 713, 1,805, 1,727, $2,198, 751. And I know people are saying, but the trucks and the industries and the this and that. I'm telling y'all, there's going to be a closing of the window for a lot of things you're trying to do. I keep telling y'all about my friend who wanted to create a sports app, and I hope he never watches this show, but I always laugh because I go, we told him, do it now, don't wait. And guess what? He waited. And the guy, when he went to go see the lawyer, they said, man, you waited like 3 years too late. 3 years too late, man. Don't come back later and say, well, I tried. It's too late. So again, the bus tour part is absolutely sold out, you guys, but the meetup afterwards is still on and popping at 6 p.m. So hopefully if you're in Chicago, you can see me on the 13th. But yeah, it's going to be fun. What else? I don't have anything else, you guys. Good luck out there. I'll try to find some more informational things I can share with you guys in the next week. This is the best country to uplift yourself. Go to Kenya for a year, come back and tell me your homeland story. Yeah. I mean, it just, a lot of money being made. A lot of money being made. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Rhonda, for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. There's just so much opportunity out here. I'll do a video tomorrow because my plane got changed for LA. I'm a little pissed, but there's nothing I can do. The plane got changed. They canceled the early flight. But again, you guys stay alert, stay alive out here. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you for watching. You can always grab any of the courses, consults, any of those things from the websites. All right, you guys, have a great night.